The gender divide is quite dramatic, though, Sage. We need to try to close it. Young men are heavily favoring Donald Trump. Young women are heavily favoring Kamala Harris. I wish it was closer. I wish that we voted for what is best for the country. How do we best close that gender divide in the next couple days?
Honestly, I think the biggest reason for that is social media and the messages that are put out there on TikTok. My kids are 22, 20, and 18, and my daughter, the oldest in particular, she'll tell me what she sees because she tends to be very conservative on her own. She went on her own and started to learn and read and watch. And I encouraged her a lot to do that as a teenager. And I think it's up to the parents to really guide our kids, our young women, and say, this is what they're telling you on TikTok, on social media, and these are the facts. Now decide for yourself, because I'll say that was something my parents did really, I think, well with me, is to not even tell me how they voted. I asked them and they're like, it's none of your business. Go do the research and figure out who you want to vote for, why you align, and follow that. And I think that's actually our responsibility as parents. It's not to say, believe this, but show them the true facts, how to research them themselves, and then make an educated decision, because people aren't making educated decisions. Charlie, I watch all the stuff that you do on the college campuses. My entire family does. My 75-year-old mother calls me every other day and she's like, did you see this one? And I think that's proof that these kids aren't even necessarily it isn't like ill-intended. They're just ignorant because they're uneducated because of how they're getting their news. So that's where we have to start. And as well as prayer and faith and church and things that I think, based on what you said, right, the Democrats not wanting the nuclear family to exist, not wanting us to talk about God and faith. Look what Kamala Harris said at her rally in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago when they yelled, Jesus is Lord about abortion, That's not just a one-off. That's real. And so when we don't focus on faith and try to guide our kids to at least make educated decisions, we are failing them. And then that's why we are in the situation we're in.
I agree with all of that, and hopefully we'll be a nation that will point back to faith and to God and eternal principles. I just want to close with this, Sage. Out of your career, you could have not imagined being where you are today, advocating for Trump on the campaign trail. Just give us your top of mind reaction of how God has mysterious plans for all of us.
I am so glad that you asked this question. No one's asked me this yet. I talk about it with my parents every single day. It almost gets me choked up because I was so fearful when I said goodbye and stood up for myself and sued ESPN and Disney. I was so scared because I had this great life and making money and my dream job. And then you realize you can't be quiet anymore. You and I talked about this before, but I have noticed, especially in just the last 6 to 8 weeks, when it comes to, okay, do I put on this pink Women for Trump jacket and post it, right? Do I talk to Charlie Kirk about these things? Every time I've just let it go and let God guide me, the things that come from it are beautiful. Most importantly, the people I've met, the experiences I've been able to have, and to find even more good and love in this country than the Democrats would like for us to believe. There's so much good, and I would not be here right now, literally or figuratively in any way, if not for my faith in God and letting go and realizing that we're all going to get the hate. But what's bigger than that is all the good that comes with it. And if we can share our faith, it's such a blessing. And that's why I'm no longer afraid. I'm so glad that I am allowed.
I just want to encourage you, Sage. You are such an important person in this space and so wise and smart and fearless, and you inspire so many people. God bless you, Sage, truly.